so I can't even think. But bottom line, if you're trying to travel or you're trying to make money, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. And if you know anyone, and if you're a guest, if you know anyone that wants to travel or wants to make money or do both, get them on the call right now.
All
And you'll appreciate that later. All right. With that, I'll
right.
back over to you.
That's what we're looking for. That is absolutely what we're looking for. Thanks, Lanisa, so much. And again, everybody, we just want you to get excited that you have been invited to something that could literally change your life. We're going to get started and we're going to let everybody see what all the excitement is all about, what all of the excitement is all about. So I hope that this is a blessing to you. And I hope that your heart is touched by what you see because it truly touched my heart. When I say truly touched it, it truly touched it. And so, this presentation by Team Hope, we're the Southern California leg of the Jet Setters team. And so, we're grateful for everybody that's here. And I'm excited that we get a chance to share this opportunity with you. And so, if you'll do me a favor and just put in the chat where you're from, that would help us to know some of the people that have been invited. And if you want to, you can even put the person that invited you. That's okay. And if you're already on the team, you just let us know. Team in the house. The team is in the house. And so, thank you so much for that as well. And so again, thank you with all my heart for just being here tonight. So let's get started. Let's make sure that we are minding our mute. And if you need to come off of mute and use the raise your hand function, that would help us tremendously. That would help us tremendously. And so tonight you're going to learn about how to enhance your life, how to secure your future, how to make an investment into yourself that will change the way that you have been looking at business and doing business. You know, the world is getting darker and darker, and there is nothing better now than trying to figure out how to make your life bright. That's what I love about this Bright Life company, that we get an opportunity to come in and take a part of it. When I was introduced to Bright Life, one of the things that I thought about is my time was at a premium. I am a pastor. I have been a pastor. My name is Dawn Gerard Smith. I've been pastoring for over 20 years now. And in this 20 years of me pastoring, between writing books and speaking at conferences and doing missionary work in Africa, I do a daily podcast every day for the last 18 years. I'm busy on Sundays, busy on Wednesdays, my whole life, weddings, funerals, counseling, the whole thing. And so I did not necessarily have a desire to get into something that was going to give me one more thing to do. But what changed it for me was relationships. I don't know about you, but for me, relationships are everything. And because relationships are everything for me, that's what changed it for me. And so I want us to just take a brief opportunity to start thinking about, do you trust the person that invited you? Do you have a relationship that tells you that person has character, that person has integrity? And do you have people in your life that are the same with you? Because if so, this is what you want to do. When you think about all of the things that are in your life and you think about the world that we're living in and you think about all of the ways that this world is changing, not by the day or the week, man, before you come home from work, the world could have changed 500 times over. And so those relationships that you have that are built on integrity and honor and trust, as a pastor, people are always calling me saying, I have the latest, the greatest, the next thing that is amazing to show you. Well, there are some people who chronically get involved with stuff and they think everything is the greatest. So, can we give everybody our trust space? Do we have to establish personal protocol and guidelines for who we allow to get our time? Of course we do, because many of us don't wear one hat, we wear 10. And wearing those 10 hats, we are already spread thin. And so when we begin to think about, is this a person that has results, has value? Is this a person that has the experience to even be able to tell me something that I need right now in the world? Of course, I have to I have to weigh that out, because when people send me things, I say no to looking at more things than things that I do look at. And so you probably feel the same, that, is this somebody that I can listen to? Maybe the signs of our times puts me in a place where I need to. Because most people in the world right now are wondering, will my plan B that I put in place for tomorrow, will it still exist? Will I be able to have Social Security tomorrow? Because that was going to be the supplement to my pension. Will it still be there? Many people were holding on hope for a refund. Will we have an IRS that's going to process your taxes? Will your favorite tax preparer even be able to get answers to do business? Will they shut down the IRS before we even get to that point? How long will it take for you to get a refund this year? Whatever was the expected, whatever was the norm, whatever was the regular way that we had planned to retire, that we had planned to sustain or supplement how we were making money, it doesn't matter what age you are on here, because all of us see the people getting fired. We see the people with the layoff notices. We know about the 40,000 that just this past weekend were told you have 30 minutes to pack your boxes. These are people who have been on their job 30 years. 35 years. And you may be saying, Pastor John, I really don't have time for this. My life needs to go on. I got a lot on my plate. How do you not see the finger writing on the wall that the times are changing right in front of you? When we start talking about cuts to the VA, we start talking about 22 million being taken off of Medicaid. We see protests around the country of people who say, I was unlawfully fired. We have to take notice. If you care about your family, if you care about your future, unless your plan is to stand at the door of Walmart and say, Welcome to Walmart, how may I help you? We need a plan B to the plan B. So tonight, our purpose is to literally show you in the next 15 to 20 minutes, what is a plan that is for the economically afraid or concerned? Those who say, you know what? I need to see a product that really works, that maybe gives me a break from the hamster wheel, gives me a break from the rat race, lets me out of the political environment that is exhausting to constantly be in. And can I possibly have a passion for it? The passion for it is where I want to start. When I was introduced to Bright Life, I was just like you. I was looking for something that I could enjoy. I am a grandmother, so my days of being involved in something that is going to be something for something to do, those days are over. If I don't love it, I can't do it. If I don't love it, I can't give my time to it. I have much respect for people who sell all types of commodities, all types of services, all type of products. But if you don't have a passion for it, how long will you actually do it? That's something you have to think about. You have to begin to think, is this something that I could see myself doing? I want you to answer that question. If you know your passion, if you know your passion right now and you're living your passion and your passion pays your bills, I want you to type in the chat, I'm already there. I'm already there. But if you are that person that says, I have a passion that I love to do, but it's not paying the bills, I want you to say, tell me more. Just type that in the chat. Just tell me more. Because I was that person that I love all my friends that call me about Herbalife and Mary Kay and Amway, but I can't get excited about things like soap powder. I can't get excited about things like insurance. I love the people. That's your call. That's your gift. You do you. I'm just out here trying to do me because I want to love the life I'm building and I want to love the way that I'm building it. When I saw this app, the first thing that stood out to me was I've got to want more than a paycheck from this opportunity. Do I want an opportunity? Yes. But it has to feed multiple parts of all that makes me me. I want to see it as something that seeing the world for me, traveling for me, that was the thing that got me. When I was younger and raising kids, and then my kids went to college, and then they graduated from college and they got married and they had their own children and all of that, I was not necessarily looking for something that was food for my soul. But now I need to know that there's something outside of my preaching, outside of my conference, outside of my teaching, outside of all the things that I do for the call that's on my life, that I'm not just making a living, but I'm living a making. Are you living what you're making into the life you want to have all the days that are ahead of you? I hope so. Because studies show that traveling is healthy. It slows the aging process. It gives us a chance to, just reset and to restore and to get into a place where we say, you know what? This is what I've been wanting to do. This is what I have been asking in my own prayer life to be sent my way. Maybe that's where you are. Maybe that's what you've been wanting. Maybe that's what you've been desiring. Maybe that's what you've been asking for. When I was shown this Bright Life travel app, and that is what makes it different. This is not, oh, I've seen this before. I've been in the travel business before. And oh, yeah, I get it. You want me to be a travel agent. If that's what it was, I'm telling you now, I wouldn't be in it. It is an app, just like a Priceline, just like an Expedia, just like an Orbitz. The difference is the prices are not retail, the prices are on wholesale travel. And I decided I was going to put the app to the test. And what happened was the results began to blow my mind. I was in Vegas when I joined. And so I instantly said, well, let me go onto the app and see what I see. Because one of the things that I had learned was that over $1 million in travel had been booked through our proprietary travel app here on Bright Life. So I said, well, let's see what's out there. I began to pull up different places that I frequently go to. And I saw how in Atlanta, the prices were 56, 55, 40% off. Look at the Embassy on Expedia, 234, on Bright Life, 104. Hotel Claremont, 188, on Bright Life, 84. Why? Because the retail markup, which is called profit margin, had been shaved off and the wholesale price passed along to those who have a travel membership through Bright Life. I was like, okay, tell me more. Let me see what's going on right here where I am in Vegas. As I kept comparing apples to apples and places to places, I said, let me look at the city I'm in right now. I couldn't believe that I found hotels. Look at the screen, $5.99 a night. So I went on ahead and made the reservation. And then I drove to the Stratosphere, walked over to registration and said, is this real? $5.99 a night? Yes, that's a real reservation. Why? Because I had been watching people who were on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and they were going live from all of these different places, Dubai and the pyramids and Italy and Venice. And I was like, how are all these people traveling and always telling you they're traveling at wholesale prices? That's when you find out there are not just the haves and the have-nots. There are the no's and the no-nots. And I realized that when it came to travel, I was one of the people who didn't know the secret to traveling right. Well, when I was in corporate America, I was in the wholesale retail business. That's how I quickly came to find out that there were people out there who literally said to me, this is how much you pay for a cup. This is how much you sell a cup for. This is how much you pay for a bed. This is how much you sell a bed for. If you've been in the industry of profit margins and you know how they work, I began to find out profit margins on cars and profit margins on beds. I found out when I was in the business that bedding, for instance, is the biggest markup in the world. So since that day in 1992, when I started my job, I have never paid whatever that price sticker said for a bed. Well, what happens when you find out that about travel? You find out there is one price that some pay, and there is one price that a small majority pay because they know the inroads. When you begin to look at this app and you begin to compare prices, it's mind blowing. And it begins to say, now I can afford the lifestyle that I want. And I can do it because I have this membership, this travel membership through Bright Life. It doesn't just come with travel wholesale benefits. It has all kind of benefits in your back office. When you see the member benefits, one of the things you're going to see is an opportunity through World Vantage. World Vantage is an exclusive membership to over 350 golf courses right here in America. And right here, those memberships that normally cost $50 to $100,000 a year, that some people just to go and golf one day can pay $1,200, $2,400 a day. They find out here through this program, they're able to go 3 times a year, take up to 3 friends with them, get all kind of discount off of other golfing events. One of my friends, who was the first one that I showed this to, he absolutely loved that. He said, do you have any idea how much I pay just to golf on an Arnold Palmer golf course? He said, listen, golfers are passionate. and we're so passionate about what we do, we pay to do it well. And he said, if I never used the wholesale benefits of this, he said the golfing benefits for me as a golfer were enough for me to say, tell me more. And so as I showed him the hot deals that were in the back office, and these hot deals are discounts on entertainment tickets, movie discounts, theme parks, all kind of attractions, services, and merchandise. He was like, okay, live sporting events, you mean you can get me discounts? No, I can't get you. You can get you because now you have purchased the membership. When all of this is added to another huge benefit to having this travel membership is you finally get to make a bucket list of all the places you have always dreamed of going. What would be on your bucket list? This is an example of some of the places that are on mine: Dubai, Fiji, Venice, Australia, Paris. As I began to travel the world, it blew my mind. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised, and I always traveled with my job, but I did not do a lot of travel for relaxation, for restoration. And I've learned as I gotten older, it's time for me to see the world because it's a great big old world out there. Well, guess what? At Bright Life, in this app, when you have a membership, you get one bucket list trip fulfilled by the company per year. What? Yep. You get a 4 day, 3 night trip fulfilled for you every single year. These trips are $3,000 to $5,000. And just because you had that bucket list in the back, when you have your back office and you have the app on your phone, it'll tell you when you become qualified to take your list. You see this countdown here at the top of the screen? This person is on their way in 11 months. That's what mine says right now. 11 months and a few days from making my bucket list trip. Now, is this important to me? Yes. But again, going back to how I started, with so much going on in the world, with so many people in my church telling me about more than just traveling and more than just having fun, I realized that as much as I'm trying to tell people how to have soul salvation, I needed to know how to tell people how to have financial salvation. I needed to tell people how to live tomorrow and not feel like you're suffocating with everything you see happen in the world. So I began to think about it. Who do I know that likes to travel? That's one that's one category of people who would love a membership like this. Who do I know that loves to play golf or enjoy entertainment, world-class entertainment? But my biggest group was who do I know that likes to make money? And that group itself is actually split in half. Not just people who likes to make money, but people who love to help other people make money. That was me all day long. And I realized that the same way that I had a passion for it, that I knew people who had a passion for it. The main thing about this opportunity, to sum it up, is there's two ways to come in. Option one, you are going to tell people about this opportunity, and guess what? That person only wants the wholesale travel. They want the wholesale discount offered in the Bright Life app, and the cost of that membership is $199 one-time fee. One-time fee. If the person only wants the wholesale travel to keep their app active, they will pay a $179 monthly fee. That fee is waived if that person decides they want to bring two personal people added to their team. The minute I saw that, I want y'all to know I checked out on the $179 because the first thing I said to myself is I'm never paying $179. What did you say again gets my fee waived? Oh, all I have to do is tell two people who come in and they become a part of my team. So option one is real and it is out there for the people who want it. The person who only wants to do the wholesale travel, the person who is okay paying the 179. They want the golf benefits, they want the entertainment benefits. They may not want to refer to people, but if they do, you tell them. You don't ever have to pay the 179. And then guess what? When you refer the two people, if you take option two, which is get the travel membership plus become an influencer, you get $100 in travel dollars put back in your back office as travel dollars for you to use on any trip. So for every person that you bring in, if you took option two, where you have the membership and the you became an influencer, Being an influencer means I want to make the money. So I want to travel, but I also need residual income. Start asking yourself, which one am I? It's okay to just be an option one person. I literally just want the wholesale travel. Maybe you book all the travel for your company. Maybe you're a person who you constantly go on vacations every 2, 3 months. That is what appeals to you, and that is what you want. It's fine. You go ahead and activate all of the benefits that come with option one. But here's the thing, if you decide that's what you want, think of this as a travel savings account. That $199 that you put in and that $179 that you pay a month, if you were to put that in an account all year long, you would only have $2,200 saved. Well, the whole fact that I told you you could get upwards of a $5,000 trip every year tells you that that alone is an incredible benefit. That bucket list trip that I get every year pays for this membership if I was choosing option one. I chose my bucket list place. I stayed at a 5-star place for 4 days and 3 nights for 2 people, and I cross one of my trips off every year. That appeals to me. But for the other person that sees all these locations and they say, I need more than that. I love all of those 5-star locations, the Four Seasons, the Conrad, the La Meridian. I love all of those different hotels. I could see myself on the huts in the Maldives. I could see myself with a beautiful suite in one of these 5-star locations. I could see myself at the Versace Hotel in Dubai. If that's you, great. Take option one. But if you are that person that says, I need a plan B to my plan B. I need another way for residual income to come in. See, what was happening for me in current affairs was one thing that put a hold on me, but guess what else put a hold on me? I have had severe health problems for the last year because I got hit by a car. One day living my life, one day living my good life. And the next day, somebody had a seizure on the opposite side of traffic, crossed over to me, and changed my life for the next few years. And what I have found out is that I needed a way that money would be coming into my household that did not require my 2 hands or my 2 feet. Do I need to actively preach, actively teach, actively travel around the world, write another book in order to make money? That's not residual income, because the minute I got sick, the minute I had to have back surgery, the minute I was in ICU for a week, there was no money coming in because I wasn't out there making the donuts, as they say. Option two started looking much better to me. Option two is like a combination of one and two. You have the travel membership for the wholesale travel discounts, and you decide to become an influencer because you want to work the business. Now, most people, when they hear that phrase, work the business, this is where a lot of people get scared. Listen, I don't want to work anything. Anything that is going to bring you a significant amount of money, there will be some effort needed by you. If you say the least I could do is do whatever they told me it takes to waive my fee, then why not do that? What I loved was what they said was the least was also all I had to do. This was not one of those opportunities that was telling me to build wide. Because listen, when my upline, Lanisa Williams, brought this to me, the business we were in, when we were in it, and I met Lanisa, Lanisa was making $90,000 a month. I left the business making $20,000 a month in order to go into full-time ministry. But I didn't want to work that hard again. I did not want to be at meetings at a hotel. I did not want to be in something that was a pyramid scheme. I did not want to be in something that was going to require me to become a salesperson. I did not want to be in something that was going to require me to talk to all of these people that I only want to talk to Jesus about. I only want to tell them about Jesus. I don't want to tell everybody I know about everything I'm doing. And I said, wait a minute, did you say 2 people? Why? Because this is not a pyramid. A pyramid is based on you getting paid. It is a legal concept where you get paid on the people you bring in. This is a company that is built on the product. The product is world class. The product, the app, is second to none. And what you get access to becoming an influencer is one of the best comp plans in the whole business. See, again, half the commission that you make at this point of becoming an influencer will be travel dollars, 100 travel dollars per personal referral you make. You stop at your two, that's $200. I didn't stop at my two. In my first 10 days, I got 4 people. If I look in my back office right now, it says you have $400 in travel dollars. I immediately knew with my daughter graduating soon, I needed to apply that to that trip. Those are real travel dollars. But I ain't gonna lie to you, my first presentation, one of the first questions I put up there is tell me how to get the check. The travel dollars are cute, but how do I get a paycheck? The paycheck was in becoming a part of working the travel, the comp plan rather. As an influencer, you're paying $20 a month after you buy your travel membership. Remember that travel membership is $199. Your first commission you get is that 50% commission in those travel dollars. You refer those 2 members, remember, you qualify for the entire compensation plan. And you start by qualifying, not by bringing in 10 people, not by bringing in 20, not in talking about this every day, but 2 people. This is a binary system. That means you put one person on your right and one person on your left. Once you get your 2 people, you help your 2 people get 2 people. So look at the levels that you see here on the screen. Let me blow this up for you so you can see it a little bit bigger. So you can see that you literally can start earning money within days, literally up to $500,000 a month. Now, I'm going to start where I am because I wasn't looking at the $500,000 a month. Do I hope that one day I get there? I absolutely do. But I was looking at what if I became a lifer 3000? What if all of a sudden I had a residual income coming in of $3,000 a month? That'll pay the mortgage. That started seeming very attractive to me. I wasn't thinking in terms of the great big money. I started with, what if I did this and it brought me an extra $500 a week? Would that take care of 3 bills, 4 bills? You look at these numbers and you see where it says life for 1600 is 30 on the right, 30 on the left. Life for 3000 is 70 on the right, 70. Those sound like incredible numbers, and they would be if it was all up to you. But imagine that in your team, you brought your two, and each of your two brought their two, and those levels kept duplicating. Each person brought two. You're not bringing all 70 people, you're still just bringing two. And as you keep on bringing in people, guess what? Your team grows and grows. I watched it happen in my first 2 weeks. I looked up, I knew that I had brought in 2 people into the company. When I looked in my back office, I had nearly 20 people under me. I said, what happened? What happens is the people above you begin to, again, remember, they're building deep, not wide. So as they're bringing in people, they're placing people under you. And it keeps happening and it keeps happening. On my left side, I did not recognize a single name of anybody in Memphis, anybody in Atlanta, anybody in Seattle, anybody in Washington, anybody in Miami. I saw all these people on my left side. I didn't know them. And how did I get them? Because your upline, the people above you, the people who are the influencers that brought you in, after they get their two, not their 20, not their 5, not their 6, their two, anybody else they bring in, they put them under you and they keep helping you build. Now, you still need your 2 people, your 2 referrals to qualify for this comp plan. But you begin to think, do I know 2 people that will waive my fee? Could I get up to the point where I had just the first level, Lifer 300, where I got 5 on the right and 5 on the left? I literally got to the point where I told you I looked up the other day, I had all these people under me, and I said, well, wait a minute. I'm well over 5 on this side. Okay, I just need 2 more people on this side, and I'm there before I even hit 2 weeks in the company. And then as I saw the numbers every day and the notifications coming in of all the people who were joining, I started realizing I was going to be at Life for 1600, Life for 800, and on and on. And not because I went and got all of the people, but each person I brought in brought two. Will everybody bring in two? No. But listen, one person on my team brought 9 people in. So it's not that you don't want everybody to bring two, but some people really get it. And some people are really pressed for this money right now, have a passion for making this money right now. And they start realizing all of the people they know. And they start saying, I know people who know people. And I know people who could take me level to level to level. Would I be happy at $800 a month? I sure would. This company pays every Friday. Would I be happy at $7,500 a month? Right now, the company is fast tracking people with the training and the mentorship that they're getting to get as many people to 7,500 in their first 90 days. Woo! Y'all gonna hear a whole different tune, a whole different vibe coming from me. Not if I make it to 50,000, that would be great. But I'm telling you, if I make it to 7,500, baby, I am skipping and singing down the road. I do hope I make it to all those other places. And I do realize that when I enter opportunity like this, now it's a home-based business. I get tax breaks, over 400 tax deductions for having a home-based business, which could save me over $12,000 a year. That alone is an extra $1,000 a month. You think you should increase your yearly tax refund? You have to work smarter and not harder. You have to begin to say, could a $200 investment that I literally, the minute I get two people, I get that back in my travel dollars. Could that all of a sudden be money that's coming in, whether I'm sick or well, whether I'm strong or weak? And all I have to do literally is start with two people? Could I begin to say to some of the people, this is a new company? The owner of this company is one of the co-founders of one of the largest opportunities like this in the world that had millions and millions of dollars made. But he realized there was a better way. That's why once you get in, you find out that there's Bright Life and Well Life and Free Life because it's a total package. But you start off right now with, I just want to get in. I didn't move when I first heard this opportunity. I waited because I was in the middle of doing multiple funerals that week. And I kept telling the person who called me, I need some more time. And instead of being at the top, I ended up being on the bottom. And all of these people who should have been under me are now over me. I learned my lesson. I don't regret it, but it sure did teach me the power of timing. And it taught me that if I have prayed and I have asked what guides me, the voice within me, I can hear God tell me, I want you to do this. And I'm going to bless you in it. Could I get to the place where one day I have 500 on the left and 500 on the right? I could. That's 15,000 a month. And I see my future being secure financially. I see my life being enhanced. What's the point of having a bucket list trip if I go on the trip and I'm wondering, will I have insurance? I'm wondering, will the world be upside down when I get home? I knew that I needed to lock my position in. If the person who invited you is a person who has a great bond of trust, integrity with you, then you decide. Do you hear a let's do it in your spirit? I want you to reach out to them and I want you to know they're going to send you an enrollment link. And when they send you that enrollment link, at that time, you're going to decide, I want to leave a legacy. I don't want to leave bills. I don't want anybody selling fish or standing on the freeway with signs or passing the hat at the next family gathering. I want to make sure my family is taken care of. And in the times I'm living in, that's in question. They're going to send you that enrollment link. And when they do, you're going to be taken right to this page. If all you want is the travel wholesale discounts, then just buy the Bright Life app and you go ahead and take advantage of the travel membership. It's a $199 one-time payment. You're okay with paying the $179, you do that. But if you want that $179 waived, you want that $200 to come back to you in travel dollars, then also click the influencer program for the $19.99. Work the business, get the residual income, and enhance your life. Take your life to the next level by seeing parts of the world you've never seen. I told you in the beginning, if you're not securing your tomorrow financially in this world, where what you see on every news channel every day, and they're talking in the Oval Office saying the word World War III, the world is getting darker every day. So fight for your family. Fight for a foundation. Because if you keep doing what you've always done, that's the definition of insanity. I can't just have one paycheck, even two. I need to not just have multiple streams of income. I need to have multiple streams of oxygen. Because in a dark world, I want to live a bright life. And so I hope and I pray that you'll reach out to the person that invited you. If you have questions and they can't answer them, guess what? They will absolutely have one of the people who is training them above them, their upline. They'll answer your questions. But I hope that this was something you truly, truly felt down in your heart. And if you need this for what you're feeling, for the fears and the concerns that you have, then you reach out to them. I thank you for coming today. And I want to just briefly, real quickly, answer for just a couple of seconds some of the most frequently asked questions, just in case you have these most frequently. I'm not into sales. I want you to remember 9 times out of 10, the person who invited you, they didn't give you a presentation, they gave you an invitation. They literally just told you, come and look at something that blew me away. I think you will like it. In these few moments that it took for you to look at it, if it's for you, it's for you. And if it's not, I promise you, they're going to still be your family, still be your friend. Maybe you said, I don't have the time. Well, what will make you make the time? If you don't see what's going on in the country, that you need to make the time for something that will secure you, this is the time to do it. Maybe you say, I've done this before. This type of travel opportunity hasn't existed before in this format. So, this is not about you having your own travel agency. This is not about been there, done that. This is something new. This is something different. Or maybe you were one of the ones that say, I don't know anybody. You know, two people who either one of those ways want to travel, want to make an extra income, love golf, love entertainment, there's something in this Bright Life app. This product is amazing. And the comp plan that comes with it blows it out the water. So I hope that answered your most thought provoking questions. Reach out to the person who invited you. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. And I thank you so much for coming. And again, God bless you tonight as you go and get your answers. Is this for me? Is this what I need? Is this what I've been asking for? I hope it is.